you know, fuck you what, I'm not even going there. Thanks. Also, in terms of positioning everything, geez, no measure stuff is going on at there, which is a whole bunch. But because of that, it pretty much means something else, so... There. Well, okay. Yeah. Apparently I may need to do something else somewhere else in terms of things to potentially cut stuff up. Like if it's yeah. I should be making a mental note on that. So, for example, if the upper section deviates greatly from the lower, I should cut that then. So that is pretty much something that I have it here. There we go. I did it accidentally here, but I don't want to accidentally push something else. And we have a rush in here. Also, easy should be also doable. What? I thought I saw 80. I thought I saw 64 instead of 84. Abada. Go in here. And more stuff in here. I would be saying, because nothing was seen in here, the majority of stuff was actually from the difficulty that's been said. So apparently they happen things, but not all the way. Well, everything upstairs is just not really sure even how to pretty much bring stuff over. Potentially, certain things would have pretty much mattered if it would be there. So potentially, I may need to change something. Like if there is something else, I can't actually show off the folder as well. Because otherwise it would be... yeah. Okay then. Also this Gee. Is it for later on or not for this one? I think it got pulled over before the video could be actually introduced. Either that or it's not being set for beginner. It's me! I keep on forgetting to play around at least a little bit of in here. Seriously, for certain things over in here, I should be actually leaving. Seriously? For certain things should be or could be pretty much be there. And I also potentially should be having another check on that elsewhere, pretty much on the split. Apparently it's just not there. It might have been brought over a bit too soon. Hadn't been there before him, what the hell? The usual stuff in here. Mainly question mark. Maybe I could even wind the split range on that. There's a null measure at the beginning, which may be the reason for the extra 40 seconds. I'm not sure on that one. But would have actually said that it would be loading this many things, then boof the boof. How much is it to be loading there? I think it was supposed to be a little bit longer. Yeah, quite a little bit of a desync in here. In terms of where the end is, the stuff still hasn't been fold in here. Also, in terms of it being set an 8, but it's actually a 6. Depends just on the patterns, especially on how long it goes on for. Because it seems like a constant. Just more on just that, and we were definitely saying because the patterns it could be mostly in 7. Stuff again, but it will be the first 2. I said the quote-unquote halfway point is P, and I'm getting close to it since this is L. Elemento P. So. Well, what was the wrong button? It wasn't even a button, it was a turntable. When does this even come? In before just the end? Very much mostly question mark. I'm hearing stuff in the background, but it's elsewhere. Why is that over in here? Beginner is this hard. Oh yeah, this is also that why I would be potentially saying it might be even aborted, since there is very much a whole lot of stuff happening with no PPMs. No, I mean no measures, where there is absolutely nothing in there. Even if it's fixed in the new version of Outfogs. I would be potentially saying there was supposedly a whole bunch of stuff here, especially since this one is getting even worse of in here. I am very much aborting now. So yeah, like I said over in here, even if the new version of Outfocus would fix this, everything over there, it is pretty much more of a hassle to control. So if this keeps on happening, I may not play as many. In terms of things, I'm just going in here immediately, and it may also be aborted after a while. For fuck's sake, leave it with the Nah, it's not even BPM changes over in here that's been done. It's the measure changes. Stop fucking with it. I think that was supposed to be over there, during that quiet section. I guess that's the background for upstairs. Still, even though pretty much stuff got major desync because of that bullshit, stuff got carried by the background stuff to fill the silence. Otherwise, this one would have been disqualified. Should have been disqualified. Jeez. Stop it with no measures, seriously. Oh, I am not even sure when it appeared. That is also going to be something, so pretty much I may need to actually go over. The thing is, I am requiring our phones to actually update. But then release something that is not a dev build. Also, I heard stuff in the background, which was for something else entirely. I still need to do this one. Yeah, okay, first of all, fuck with the scratches, that's one thing. Second of all, dubstep for dubstep's sake. Keep dubstep out of existence, please, thank you very much. I already got pretty much a comment from someone regarding that because of a certain something which I'm still waiting for its completion. There has been no response on that one though, at least not that I have checked. Before I make comment actually did go through, even though I thought I pretty much made one. So yeah, I always complain about dubstep because sometimes, or the most of the times, it's just generic and nothing special is being done about it, aka melodic stuff. Is there another one of this difficulty? It is an 8, which is actually a 7. Yeah, fuck off with the scratches. I keep on saying this. At least one less to go through. Also, I keep on hearing stuff. Oh, so there's a whole lot of stuff. Well, at least there's one thing at the beginning and a whole lot at the end, but I'm not really sure what the hell is going on over there at the end. Either way, I would be needing to wait there, that's for sure. Okay, this is where that would be there. You know fucking what? Leave it. Oh. I have it there. Jeez. I may potentially do something else, depending if it actually gets there. But for that one, since it turns out I don't really need to have it that way, it then pretty much means... Also in terms of things over in here, another complaint on stuff over in here, it also has something to do with me. For whatever reason, I am biting against my own inner cheek. It's not intentional, but pretty much it is something apparently my body is doing for whatever reason. It pretty much somewhat started this week. It had been notified to me on the first day. On the beginning of this week, where I went to the dentist. So... And only after it has been told to me that this was happening, I very much noticed after the next days especially. And then maybe potentially the reason why I may be potentially also bleeding there. Because the space is pretty much limited at the back. At least on the lower one. Everything upstairs would be potentially fine, I am assuming. It's just downstairs where stuff is just off. I literally can't bring my own finger around on that section. And the second last teeth is apparently leaned towards my cheek, my inner cheek. And that may be the reason why I'm biting into my own cheeks. How to not make that happen, I'm not really sure. I was hoping that the dentist appointment on Friday would be actually helping me out, but apparently, yeah, it got postponed, or pretty much aborted, because of me, yeah. What would it even be called? It would be not sure if it would be a qualm on that way, pretty much sun fitting on faintness, but yeah, for whatever reasons stuff was pretty much, I mean, the needle in terms of numbing my teeth, so to speak, so that stuff can actually be done. Apparently adrenaline is in there. Maybe that has also something to do with that. And especially since I got poked multiple times to pretty much numb everything on the upper side. I even had to pause during that because the amount of poking was just pretty much just Ooh, I needed a pause in between in the middle. When it was about to be pretty much, yeah, they're going down and everything, or letting me down so that they can pretty much do stuff. Yeah, that's where the problem started. In terms of weakness and everything. Not even sure if it is faintness, but just pretty much it feels like I was weakened. Also, in terms of stuff, I am nearing the halfway point of the pack, and I'm not really sure if I would be wanting it to stop, but I'm also not really sure on stuff elsewhere. And maybe doing something else. Oops. Apparently it's just something else. Eh? I am not really sure on stuff over in here. It may be actually a separate problem altogether. I pretty much did most of the misses intentionally, so in actuality, because if I do just nothing, it should count as a bad, or whatever it is that's a miss. Now I just say it's great. Also, in terms of stuff, since my combo is now broken within GitHub, I'm actually going to push everything that I have in here that I can bring over with confidence. Oh, I may have an idea on what the problem is, actually. I may actually need to check something else entirely. It depends if I already have it open there. That things that I have, I don't think that one is working. So yeah, this one, that's one there. Output, judgment judge. What is a judge in here? In terms of what I have as that. That one is pretty much just so I have that one over there. This one pretty much counts as just that. So that one is actually something else entirely, but I'm not really sure if that is actually that. Maybe because it's trying to do something which I can't get on. It shouldn't even be there. But if it's also going over there for whatever reason. I say if that is not a miss, then do stuff. I very much need to check this one pretty much in post. Geez, what the hell? Okay, in terms of things, I'll be that is something else, and I'll be having this one as well. Just to go through everything in here. There's the last song of in here. I won't be doing what I said that I would like to have wanted to do. The usual would stop not playing. I'm not even sure if that has been stuff because I'm not giving it any chances. I also haven't checked for something else. Yeah, I may agree, this is actually an aid. What the fuck was this? So yeah, since this is P, which is the halfway point, I'm pretty much going out of in here. Yeah. And also in terms of something else over in here. Last time, at least at the summary, for whatever reason, the FA score has been shown off there. Yeah, that one was pretty much the one fixed that I fixed, I think, straight after the last session. Also, in terms of things, yeah, tomorrow there won't be anything. because of the doctor's appointment the day after, where I need to go quite early, and because of that I need to pretty much have the day prior pretty much unoccupied with things. So yeah, I would be potentially saying I may actually have everything like pretty much another session of Outfox on Friday, then Sunday, Friday pretty much then.